Hi, I'm Debbie DeWitz with the Heart and Soul Academy for Self-Empowerment and Conscious Evolution. And I've been asked by quite a few individuals now why I'm giving an extraordinary amount of value away, not only in my book, but also through the Heart and Soul Academy for such nominal fees. I'm being asked, how can I do this, and why am I doing this? And I've thought about this and had to give it some deep thought before I finally came to the decision to reveal something about myself that I don't normally openly share about myself. And let me say up front that what I'm about to share with you is more than a little unusual, but I've decided to share it with you anyway. When I was about 6 to 9 years old, I had a series of unusual experiences. Well, actually, I've had unusual experiences my whole life, but it seemed to begin when I was between 6 to 9 years of age, where I was drawn into the woods to a little place where I had visits with this very old lady and this very old man, who were both a little shorter than I was. And it wasn't until many years later I learned from a shaman that they were six-dimensional beings, but I didn't know it at the time. And I know I'm not the only one who's had these experiences, though I've remembered this vividly my whole life. I remember being drawn through the woods, climbing through barbed wire, and having to be very careful not to touch the electric wire of the horse fence. Then following a barely seen path through the woods to this little place that I seemed guided to. And I had many of these meeting experiences with these six-dimensional beings over a few years' time. It wasn't until later I came to understand that not everyone has these experiences. These spiritual experiences had a tremendous impact upon my life and the direction that my life took. For instance, I became aware that all of us have a reason to be here, but too many individuals seem to be lost in a haze or blind to their purpose in their lives and their potential in the world. They've had glimpses, but it's like they're walking in a hypnotic fog. We each have a particular purpose for being here, a unique gift that we bring to the world. And a quote of Deepak Chopra's that I love is, "The universe has no spare parts." And I believe this to be true. We each have a divine purpose for being here, and that we are meant to share our gifts with the world. Spiritual insights from countless experiences touched me in a way that drove me to explore more about the nature of consciousness, enlightenment, how do we awaken, and how do we step out of the haze. And because of my unusual experiences at such an early age, that included my mom finding me talking to an apparently empty room when I was 3.5 years old, she wanted to know who I was talking to. And when I told her the name of the person, she said that there was no possible way I could have ever known the name of a great aunt who had died many years before. And, well, there were other paranormal experiences that left those around me confused, and some of which had caused me stress to the point that led to bleeding ulcers by the time I was 11 years old. Medicines were not having any effect on me, and my mom had the insight to have me learn meditation. So at 11 years of age, I started meditating. There were times during meditations where the veils of everyday life lifted and revealed a truth about my life and life around me. Mysteries that are at times difficult to put into words. But the mystery is so close to my heart that this drove me to research and explore enlightenment, the nature of consciousness, mysteries, magic, energy healing, the paranormal, and how do we awaken from the fog to free us up so that we can move forward and become more of who we were meant to be and who we are evolving to be. You know the quote of the Charles Dickens character where Scrooge says, "Mankind was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence were all my business." Well, my take on that is, humanity is my business. Compassion, understanding, self-empowerment, enlightenment, expanding human consciousness, and being of service to the evolution of mankind is my business. It's been a long time in the making of synthesizing information and research from countless scientists of quantum physics to bioenergetics, personal growth leaders, energy healers, and enlightenment gurus. A lifetime of exploring the nature of consciousness. Years of devising, exploring, testing, revising, teaching, and improving upon energetic processes that make a difference in so many individuals' lives, including years of playing with ways to improve our health, well-being, abundance, and our life's experiences. Today, many leading-edge scientists and researchers consider information and energy to underlie everything in the universe and be the fundamental building blocks of our reality. And this drove me to specialize in discovering ways to identify and resolve the hidden challenges and interferences that have kept us in the haze, in the fog, so that we can learn what their message for us is and free us to move forward in achieving the life we were meant to live. So that's why I'm offering what the Heart-Centered Soul Academy has to offer at such a great deal. I believe it is what I was born to do, what I was meant to do. It synthesizes everything that I love and that I'm passionate about. I believe it is needed in the world, and I want to make it easily accessible for those who want to learn how to heal from the illusion of separation, who want to step into greater self-empowerment, who want to resolve their emotional wounds and open to a greater expression of love, and for those who want to live with greater personal freedom, authenticity, and soul connection. It's my way of sharing my gifts with the world.